It is that time. It is Fresh Friday. We have the Fresh Friday crew here. You know, we have some people coming. They'll be here, but you know, we can't be late to Fresh Friday.
Those slackers.
I was like, by some people, do we mean one person?
I didn't say it. You know, but no, if you guys do not know, it is Fresh Friday with the Fresh Friday crew, and what we like to do at what is it, the second Friday of every month?
Yep.
Second Friday of every month, we like to come and just give you, you know, a fresh, young, millennial perspective of things that's going on in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, as you always see here, we have our Fresh Friday crew here representing myself, Brother Kevin, have Sister Joe to the next to me. Joe Day. We have Sister Kimmy up top. And then, you know, our one and only, you know, our sister Maya Laboo. If you can recap, she has been dropping some gems. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're going to change her title. I cannot wait to talk to Pastor Nick about that.
Oh, goodness.
Wait, what?
Oh, goodness. But no, as you guys are coming in, we want you guys to make sure that you are sharing it. You know, we love having, you know, fun with you guys on Fridays.
Yeah.
And
just a hangout. Like, we just have fun.
It's just like a hangout. And I think it's supposed to rain tonight, too. So there's no better place to be than, you know, home on social media right now, letting us know where you're tuning in from. So let us know where you're tuning in from. Make sure you let someone know that we're on today. And make sure that you are liking and sharing the broadcast, the live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Feeling. We were just saying before we got on that it feels like it's been forever since we did Fresh Friday.
Yeah, it really does.
I think like the holiday weekend, like just it's a lot happening between last time and now.
Yes, most definitely.
No, there's a lot that went down. All good stuff.
Right. And you know, we just last weekend was a nice holiday. You know, we had off on Monday too. So, you know, it was good. It was a nice good little
Did you guys do anything special for 4th of July?
I did. So usually we have a barbecue and stuff like that, but instead of having a barbecue, we went to the beach and we just all like brought our own food and stuff like that, you know. I'm not a big beach person. I'm more of a pool person.
I'm not surprised at that, actually.
I'm with Kevin on that one.
I'm like, surprised.
You know, I can go to the beach now. Let me correct that. Now, if it was a tropical place, if it was out of the country, I can deal with it.
Yeah,
it is a big difference. But when you have lived in Jersey all your life, the Jersey Shore is not the same once you get older. So
it really isn't. I like to see like where I'm swimming.
Yeah,
see like what I'm swimming with, like it is fish or big fish. Like I want to be able to.
And the white sand, it doesn't stick to you once you leave the beach. You know, the sand here sticks to you. It stays with you for 2 days afterwards. But when you go to those tropical beaches, now if you go to a tropical beach, I'm all with it. I'll stay out there. But these beaches around here, I'm not too thrilled about. So you can catch me at a pool.
Yep, I'm with you, Kev. Hey, Andre. Hey, Keisha.
Hey, guys.
Helen,
you guys tuning in. Let us know how today.
I am a big beach person, even a Jersey beach. I don't know how to swim, so I'm not going to the beach to swim. It's more so to like lay out in the sun, enjoy the smell of like the boardwalk, the funnel cake, the pizzas, all the just, like very Jersey type things. Like I really enjoyed that part. And I'm not like big on going to, let me not offend anybody, beaches that are more party beaches.
Yes.
Or, I'm trying to find the right words. Go to like a nice, quiet family beach. And it's just like a good, relaxing time. Just bring a book and just like disconnect from everything else. So.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's nothing like the Jersey Shore boardwalk. There's nothing like getting that funnel cake, that fried ice cream, the fried Oreos, those Krabby Fries. It's nothing like just walking the boardwalk. And speaking of which, we might as well just go right into the icebreaker. Speaking of food, if you know Fresh Friday, we love talking about food.
This is a hard one.
So go ahead, Sister Maya.
I had to go first.
Yes, you have to go first. It's always customary that you go first.
Okay, so we only got $20.
What is watermelon salad?
That does not sound like something I would eat.
No. No.
Okay. So I think for the main course, I would have a cheeseburger.
Okay.
Side dish 1, mac and cheese, of course. Side dish 2, I love deviled eggs. Baked beans are good too, but I want to stick with the deviled eggs.
If you keep count.
Yeah, keep it count. Lemonade. I'm gonna get in trouble on the dessert because I don't like none of these.
None of them, Maya?
Maya, you don't ice cream sandwich?
You don't eat
I was
cookies?
just about to say.
I mean, I would not say, hey, I want a cookie for dessert, but if I had to pick,
Nah, you better get it all out now.
List,
better get it all out now before passing the pop.
I know. So I think what am I at 19?
I think I wasn't even keeping count.
Something like
I hope
that.
you guys are keeping count in the comments.
Yeah.
13
Mm.
and 19.
Okay. You still have $1 left over. You want some water?
Nah, I don't want that stuff.
Well, go ahead, Kimmy. You go next.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do $1 on the chicken. But you know what? If it's $1 chicken, is it really that good?
No,
that is true.
I'm not a big ribs person. So okay, I'm gonna go with a $3 cheeseburger.
Okay.
And $5 mac and cheese.
You
just gotta go with mac and cheese.
Yeah,
if it's $5.
You can't not have the mac and cheese.
Let's see. I'm gonna do the grilled vegetables. Okay, I'm at 12. Iced tea. I'm at 14. And then I'm gonna do an ice cream sandwich.
Okay. Go ahead, Sister Joe. Take it over for me.
So I'm gonna go with ribs, potato salad, grilled vegetables, lemonade, and what I really want, I can't afford. So I guess I'll just get like a firecracker popsicle or something.
All right, so they're all good. So I'm actually going to go with the $1 chicken.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't eat anything else. I don't eat ribs, sausages, cheeseburgers, hot dogs. I'm trying to get this all out before Pastor gets on and he tries to give us the judgment face. So I'm definitely going to go with the chicken, whether it's fried, grilled, whatever it is. And Deacon Antoine, yes, I did see fried. Yes, fried everything on the boardwalk, sir.
Is he here? Is he watching?
He is watching.
Yeah, he's watching.
He said fried everything, huh?
Oh.
So I am going to do the chicken. I'm going to do the $5 mac and cheese, but only if my mom makes it, because I am very particular about where I eat mac and cheese from. Like,
okay.
I've always had this conversation. Like, you haven't got the mac and cheese from Chick-fil-A yet? No, I have not.
I was just about to ask you that.
That's really good, Kevin. I think you would like it.
Okay, I may give it a try, but I am very hard when it comes to eating the mac and cheese. If it's not my mom's mac and cheese, I am like, I'm good. So it's the chicken, mac and cheese. I'm gonna go with the grilled veggies. So what am I at? $10 now, right? Yeah, I'm at 10. Of course, iced tea, sweet tea. Come on now. But can I just say something? I can't stand when you go to a restaurant and you ask for sweet tea and they only have unsweetened tea.
Yeah, that don't even make sense.
That doesn't make sense at all. Like,
but there's people who drink it. Like I've been out with people who have ordered unsweetened tea.
Yeah, I understand that. Like, there's nothing wrong with having unsweetened tea, but if you're gonna have unsweetened tea, you gotta have sweetened tea as well
to balance it out.
Balance it out. I like get an instant attitude. Now I got to think about something else I need to drink. So my second drink would be lemonade, but
like, you can ask for sugar packets.
It's not the same. It's not
the same. Uh-oh. All right, so I'm gonna do the iced tea, and then I'm gonna do the cookies because who can't go without cookies. And I think we have someone that joined us.
Hey, sorry, y'all. How y'all doing?
Are you okay there?
Technical difficulties.
It sounds like you're like riding on a Peloton or something.
Right.
Technical difficulties. My apologies.
Oh.
So what nastiness did y'all pick?
Well,
we all went, so
we got it all out. So
y'all can tell, I don't know who made this list up, but I'm like, what the heck is watermelon salad? Like,
what is
thing I
it?
said.
like who makes watermelon? I mean, I've seen it before.
You have?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
It's like cucumber, like a feta cheese.
Yeah. It's not that bad, but it's not like my first. I would go. Well, first off, that mac and cheese looks like horrible, but imagine the best mac and cheese ever. That looks like noodles with cheese.
Don't you hate that?
I know.
Oh, and your mac and cheese should not be runny. Oh my gosh.
The cheese has to.
The cheese, yeah.
The cheese has got to, like, when you pull it up, the cheese like melting down into the thing like this.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Kevin, what is wrong with you?
No, I'm just saying. I've just seen some nasty mac and cheese, and I just.
You lift it up, and the cheese just starts oozing off of it. That's love right there. I'm concerned about how you and Maya were raised.
No.
What are you saying?
That's not Maya.
I'm just saying it's only certain mac and cheese. I can only eat my mom's mac and cheese.
Oh, you missed the conversation. He said he only eats his. He hasn't even tried the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. That's how serious.
That's actually pretty good. It's not great, but it's actually serviceable.
Okay.
Will do, yeah.
I was shockingly surprised.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. Yes, me too. So anyway, I would choose. I gotta go with the ribs. They gotta stay.
Oh, you're a big spender.
Yeah. Maya, you picked hot dogs or sausage?
No, I did not. Thank you very much.
What did you pick?
I picked the cheeseburger.
I figured that was one of those three. Okay. I'll do the ribs, the mac and cheese because potato salad's nasty, coleslaw's nasty, macaroni salad's nasty.
Here we go.
Yeah. And deviled eggs. I love me some deviled eggs.
You at 15 already, sir.
Huh?
You at 15 already.
Yeah. And easy for me because then I'll go with the strawberry shortcake and some water. I'm good. I drink a lot of water anyway. But I don't really drink a lot of juice, so I'll go with that.
So at a cookout, water.
You're gonna drink water the whole time?
Ribs
Yeah. I drink water. I don't really drink a lot of juice like that because I had to cut sugar out for a while, so I kind of lost my taste for some of it. Just like you don't like steak or anybody else's mac and cheese. You call me weird.
Wow. Wow. Oh, he's coming right out the gate with it.
I know.
Well, because you was getting a little judgy on me, so I had to.
No, never that, Pastor Nick. Never that.
The lies. What's that Phaedra meme? The lies. So what are we talking about tonight?
Oh man.
There's a couple of options. One's with Sha'Carri Richardson, and then Mr. Nick Cannon. So it's up to y'all which one you want to start with first.
I'm just here for the laughs.
Maybe we'll start with Sha'Carri Richardson once that's more of a hotter topic.
Okay.
And it won't be as scandalous as talking about Mr. Nicholas Cannon. So let's I mean, with the Sha'Carri Richardson thing, we talked about it at one point.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at the mistakes I've made when I was emotional, it doesn't justify it.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I'm glad about, she just owned it. I did it. It was wrong, and she'll be back next time. I know America is seeing marijuana differently now, and the laws in the eyes of some seem very antiquated. But she'll have a chance to run the next Olympics, God willing.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that she does. The thing that got me about that was not whether she ran or not wasn't my issue. My thing was people trying to do false comparisons. What about Michael Phelps? Well, study what happened to Michael Phelps. He got suspended for 90 days.
Yeah.
And his was after the Olympics was over. And he was a pitcher. And he never tested positive for marijuana. So I'm like, you're comparing apples to oranges. They're not the same thing. Hey, Crystal. Tell the boy say hello. And that felt very bishopy, didn't it? Right. But that's my thoughts. You know, I feel bad for her. And, you know, I don't know. But go ahead, y'all can share.
No, I agree. I'm glad that she did own up to it. She didn't try to, you know, skirt around it. But at the same time, I'm wondering, like, where was her support system, you know, that should have been there to help guide her and, I don't know, away from making such decisions right, you know, close to the Olympics like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the older I get, the more I learn when people say I would never do a certain thing. Mm-hmm. It's easy to say it's easy to say what you'll never do until you're actually in the situation.
Yep.
Right? Like, I've never met somebody who said, you know what, I want to grow up and be in an abusive relationship. Well, I've never, you know, I've seen people, if somebody cheat on me, I'll never take them back. Yeah. Lo and behold,
still together.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And people are like, oh, they just do whatever. I'm not saying what is right or wrong. I'm just stating a reality. It's easy to say what you would or wouldn't do when you're not in a situation, and when you're not with the person either. Because being with the right person in the right situation, you may end up doing something like all of us have done something that we said we would never do, right? You know, but it doesn't take away from the fact that we were wrong when we did it.
Yeah,
just circumstances and situations and feelings can drive you to do some interesting things, to say the least. Yeah. And I'll shut up and y'all go ahead and.
I think it's interesting that everybody's like all of a sudden advocating for marijuana to not be a part of the Olympics drug screening process. Like, we weren't thinking about this until this happened to Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri already admitted that she messed up. She didn't ask for us to fight for her. She said, I messed up. Like, I own it. But everybody's out here like, you know, putting all this effort into, well, the Olympics is racist. And while that may be true, it's interesting to me when we choose to fight these battles. And I just wonder about that. Like, so often we're ready to go to war when the person, like, that she didn't ask for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's probably training for her next thing. Like, she's not trying to get the Olympics rules overthrown right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I find it interesting how a lot of people were like, oh, we're not going to watch the Olympics now just because Sha'Carri's not showing up. And I was like, well, there's other athletes, and even athletes, another gymnast was like, well, I'm going to be there.
Right.
You know,
right.
For me. So, you know, I was surprised. I guess I wasn't too surprised that there was so much backlash about what happened to Sha'Carri and that people wanted to show her support. However, there were also other athletes who felt slighted because people wanted to withdraw their interest in the Olympics just because of that. So I thought that was it kind of gave me a second thought about it, because I was like, oh yeah, we should boycott. But then I was like, wait a minute, maybe not.
It goes back to everyone else. Cancel culture. Like, people are so quick to cancel. You don't even understand the full thing. Like, if you're really about this activism life, you're not going to be a part of cancel culture. Like, it's much deeper than that. It's more systemic than that.
That cancel culture ain't no joke.
a lot. Some of it, I can see how some of it's warranted, aka Mr. Robert Kelly, and the other things. But I think like this, right? Me personally, I didn't see. Now the swimming caps, I thought that was messed up.
Yeah.
But her smoking weed is not a racial thing. It's I keep telling people, America can legalize marijuana all they want to. The Olympics is international agreement.
Right.
All the countries have to be in agreement with it. So regardless of what's going on here, it's an international law and United States rules don't change the Olympic rules. You're like, well, it's legal here. Well, that has nothing to do with the Olympics rule. Because if she was white, she would have got suspended. If she was Asian, she would have got suspended.
Yep.
It was just the nature of the situation, and it's unfortunate. But I mean, you know,
it's like holler when it happens to your country. That's all.
right. Because if it was somebody from Japan or Norway or Saudi Arabia, we'd be sitting here like, the Olympics. I think the problem that I have, I'm gonna rant here just for a quick minute. I'm gonna shut up. I promise you. My problem with a lot of people this generation is we see everything in black and white. There's no nuance. It's like we're either completely for something or completely against something without doing the research first.
Yeah.
So you got people that take like 2 or 3 psychology classes, read 2 or 3 books, and now all of a sudden they're expert in intersectionality and they're expert in this and that. And they're like, you can tell by their argument, it's just all passion supported with very little facts.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot of opinion and talking points. And then when you start talking to them and kind of going against their thought process, they can't answer it. And they start going with more passion. Life is complex. And I want to tell Gen Z millennials this. Life is more complex than we think. It's the older you get, the more you realize how complicated life is.
Right.
It's not always that easy to make certain decisions all the time. It's just anyway, I'm done. Go ahead, y'all.
No, I would just say for the whole situation, and every point that was brought up is so true. But I just want everyone just to take in, like, look at it like it's a life lesson for especially the younger millennials and Gen Zs. Like, this happens, especially this adult thing. It happens. There's consequences, and when those consequences come, you have to handle them. It's either going to make or break you. And like, you don't know, she may be training for the next thing. She asked us to be out here protesting and being mad and boycotting. She didn't ask us that. She may be training for the next thing. So it's kind of one of those things like you live and you learn. Let's move on. Let's use it as an example to be better and to do better. Like people, they're so quick to be behind phones and leave paragraphs on pages, but instead of using the event to learn from and grow from and be better next time, and be better examples, is
fake activists.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Like, people are so quick to hype on to something because of social media, and I want to be part of the bandwagon. But when it comes time to truly be there, it's not solid.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought she handled the whole situation very well with her statement. And she'll learn from this. She's 21. She's young. She's a young athlete, so she'll be back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this will be like just a distant memory, pretty much, because I'm sure she's going to dominate when she does come back.
But this always happens, though, when it's like young athletes, young actors, young, team. Like, look at all those Disney Channel stars that they were young and then they did one thing and everybody's like, oh my God, like he's young. We go through this. Like, just because it's not broadcasted doesn't mean they don't go through the same struggles or make mistakes. Like, let's not make it bigger than what it is. Like, she messed up. All right, let's move.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's that nuance piece. Researching all of it before you say something. And again, online, I think one of the greatest things about social media is it gives the average person a voice. The worst thing it does, it gives the average person a voice. It's like it's bittersweet, but like I agree with all of you. Hopefully she'll learn from it, grow from it, do everything she can. But what it shows you is that life has no mercy on you. Like God has mercy, but life doesn't have much mercy on you. And you mess up. Sometimes it's like with some people, not with everybody, with some people.
Right.
It's good to be in the hands of God. Praise the Lord. Because some people, and I get why the Olympics are hard and fast, because again, if you let one go, guess what you got to do for everybody else?
Yeah.
And again, I know people are evolving their thoughts on marijuana use, but not everybody's in the same place. So
that's so true. That's so true. Hey, Sister Shania.
Hey, Shania.
Hey, Shania.
Sure.
So what was the argument with the bathing caps? What was that about?
That didn't make any sense to me. I guess because it's bigger, so it helps fit Black women's natural hair. So rather than the one that's real close to your scalp, it kind of accommodates a little more room.
Extends.
If anything, it will slow you down.
Oh, okay.
But they're like, no, they want the standard for everybody. And some of the Black women are like, nah.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, like, nah.
Yeah.
I think that's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody tell me what happened in Mount Laurel. I didn't watch any of the videos.
That was crazy.
I kind of saw some little things about it.
Isn't it crazy? Like when it hits close to home.
Yeah, I was gonna be out there, but I was like, I can't run nowhere. So
You better stay your behind home. Somebody's gonna be out there. Sit your tail down somewhere.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
It's crazy. It's crazy, and it's still growing. I saw it on TMZ the other day. I was like, okay, it's starting to go national. So I'm glad it's getting attention. But like you said, Kev, the fact that it's so close to home is a little eye-opening.
So tell us what happened.
So I'm going to pass it over to Jody because Jody is, she always says everything in a nice, intelligent way, and
she fight the power too.
Right, and she knows I may say something and it may come off the wrong way. So I'm going to allow my sister, and I'm just let her to explain.
Okay, so I did watch that video. I know there's a lot of other supporting evidence I have not watched, but this particular incident was this gentleman was harassing somebody, a Black woman who lived in this complex, and it seemed like her neighbors came out there to kind of like protect her from him. It was one particular neighbor, a Black man, who was arguing with this white man, and the white man is like just like going at him. He's calling him all types of monkey N-words. There's another neighbor who's videotaping all of this as it's happening. Yeah. He starts talking about like how he shot up somebody in Cherry Hill. Like I was a little confused.
He was incriminating himself. He's saying he spray painted, he broke someone's window, he spray painted someone's car or something like that. And
he was just like, and then he starts talking like almost like legal jargon. So at one point I was like, is this guy a cop? Yeah. Because he was like, cops don't have any jurisdiction over this land. It's public property or something like that. Yeah. So then the cop it's like a lot of banter back and forth, like 5 minutes. And then the cop shows up and he gets like even more hype. He's like, what the F are you doing here? This is him talking to the cop. What the F are you doing here? And he's like, well, you go talk to these monkeys, talk to these ants. And the cop is like, yo, calm down, man. Like, calm down. So immediately you can see, based on context clues, him and the cop have some type of relationship. Right? Because the way the cop is talking to him, I don't think the cop would have talked like that to somebody he doesn't know.
Right.
And the cop says something to him like, go home. Like, I'll come see you later or something. And he's still kind of just like lingering around.
Entitled.
Yeah. But the end result was that everybody came out there and was protesting. All the local folks came over there, were protesting outside. Oh, I missed the big thing.
I was gonna say.
He was like, something to the effect of like, if y'all want to see me, I live at 123 Happy Lane. You can come see me there. You can bring whoever you want. So that's what they did. Everybody showed up at his place and was outside waiting on him, protesting. There was cops out there, like, I guess, protecting him or whatever. I don't know. But eventually he did get arrested. I don't know if he's been charged yet. I haven't really been keeping up with it since then. But he has been arrested. And I know there's other crimes that he's committed. So
I was going to say there's evidence coming out that he's been like this a recurring thing.
So many problems on so many different levels.
Yeah.
Because this is not something that's new.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The Popo knew about it.
Yeah.
That's one issue.
So my question is, how did the person come up with the shirt that fast that said "You called for us" and we pulled up? Like, how the shirt said? Like,
all he needed was 2 days.
I'm like,
people are creative. They come listen. People are out here trying to make some money.
You saw an opportunity.
They are going to come up with some ideas and be creative. But like you said, Sis Mike, you brought up a great point. Like this has been going on, so they know him. So you know that this has been happening. So why that now a camera and attention, so many people I don't even follow were live on Facebook and people were sharing their lives. And I'm just like, oh my, like it's crazy. Like why is this now getting.
And I think it makes it even worse is that he knew about it. So he knew that he had that power or relation with whomever that he would be able to get away with this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but again, from what you guys are saying, that so people have been calling the cops on him for a while, right? For harassment, correct? And now I wonder what the laws are. Can they do something to somebody that's like, can they officially like lock you up for, you know, walking up to somebody and saying something bad to him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, well, they did.
But I would think if you have multiple reports of you harassing neighbors, I would believe that you would have to take action because you don't want the person to put action. You know, that puts if you keep getting harassed, then you're going.
Yeah. So it's the consistency of him being who he is.
Correct.
Okay. So they decided to do something, arrest him when the court of public opinion started expressing themselves.
Correct.
Andre said that the mayor of Mount Laurel wants him to face federal hate crimes. He's in jail and on hate charges.
Wow.
Because I know the one video I saw, he ain't look drunk to me. When he's talking about pull up and all that stuff,
that's the same video. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't look drunk to me. He might have had a little sip or something, but he looked in his right mind.
It gave him courage to say what he wanted to really say.
Yeah.
He might have had a taste or two, but he ain't look drunk.
No, I don't think
he told him to pull up, and you just don't be telling people to pull up if you don't want to pull up.
They're saying that he wasn't arrested until they received new evidence of him spitting on the victim and spitting bodily fluid. That's a crime. So that's probably what they took him in on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
Jesus.
I mean, there's a boldness. There's always been a boldness, right? But it seems like it's kind of dimmed for the most part. And it may be because of social media and people are talking about it more. There's this boldness in some people.
Going off.
Amber Alert.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a boldness going on with some people who think because the previous president was a certain way, they can be that way. You know what I'm saying? It's like a renewed sense. And it's like, yo, we not playing out here. You know? Hey, Kevin, you can do all those
What's up, Kev?
things. You can do those things, but don't get it twisted. You're going to get a certain result. That's the one thing I like about this millennial crew. They do have that, you know, we're going to come out here. We ain't going to tolerate this thing.
Yeah. Especially since you gave the invitation to show up.
Yeah.
You're going to hold you by your word.
Like, what did he think was going to happen? Like,
he probably thought they were going to do the same thing. Or he thought the cops was going to be on his side and get everybody out the way.
Or he thought some of his friends were going to show up too.
Right. But I think he's been doing it for a while. It just gave him confidence. Like, y'all not going to do anything. I've been doing this for how long? So he didn't really think nothing was going to happen until someone actually videotaped it and put it on a social media platform.
But
it just makes you ask for things like this happen that we aren't catching on camera. You know?
Yeah.
That's the agency of protest, though.
Yeah. Wow, interesting. All right, so Nicholas Cannon, y'all want to talk about him?
Where to even start, Pastor Nick? Where to even start?
Y'all brought it up to me. I mean, it was hot in the news because
these topics tonight. These are
Can you give the biblical aspect of where he's trying to come from?
I don't know where he's trying to come from.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't know what he's trying to do.
He's trying to go for
He doesn't believe in abortions.
Somebody told me. No, somebody brought this up. I don't know if it's true or not because he's experienced such sickness in his life, and you know they're not sure how. They're saying they're not sure how long he's going to be able to live with some of his sicknesses and stuff. He's trying to just like, you know, leave a legacy and have all this stuff. I think my thing is always with the kids. Just because you have money to pay for your kids to have a nice life, they still recognize love as time. That's why some of us didn't grow up with a lot of money but your parents being present at that age, they'd be like, "Oh, we're broke. Oh, that's fine. Let's go play." It's like you have no concept of it.
Yeah.
So my hope is that he'll be able to spend his time with all seven, right?
Yeah,
7. At least we say for right now. There's still another couple months left.
Yeah.
But it kind of reminds me of like back in the day when like King Tut and all that, when they would just have kids for, a legacy. Like you can have all these kids, but where's the relationship? Where's the rapport that you're going to have with them? You can throw money at them. You can do this, but you're not actually building anything for them to be successful. Just because they have money doesn't mean they're going to have a great life.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's not even that far removed. I mean, I think most of us might know somebody who is a Nick Cannon, like a version of that. I know at least.
But ain't got no money. I know a few of them.
How many people I could think of that
are living through their kids?
That are very fertile. Let's put it like that. Sow their oats.
I have a few in my family that are that are like that. They yes, they're very, very open, having a lot of children.
Mm-hmm. But there's a difference between having a lot of kids.
No, I'm talking about different people.
Yeah.
But I'm saying all at the same time.
So
we come on in the comments. I know y'all know somebody.
Right.
People.
Please.
They don't got Nick Cannon money, but they got Nick Cannon stamina.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Cody.
Well, wait. So, to my understanding, he's trying to have him with multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
There's no desire to just have it with just one person.
I think after his first marriage, he's like, nah. We ain't trying to turn into let's not turn this on to a whole gossip thing. And we're gonna turn into Wendy Williams show.
Now that's a.
Speaking of Wendy Williams and Tabitha. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Y'all are messy tonight. We're gonna move on from this subject very fast. But I think Tabitha in the nicest way possible just said, and I believe she was genuine in her response. There was no sarcasm. It was, I want your life to be happy. I hope you find somebody that's good for you. And she just pleasantly just went there. And I think people project on others again what is going on in them. And that's you. That's not everybody else. Exactly. I'll just leave it there.
Do you think that she was braggadocious at all, though? Like, do you think she was just trying to share her testimony, or to share that she retired her husband and brag about it?
No, I think she was but she again, I think from my understanding, the influencers, they share their whole life. They do the vlogs and all that stuff, and she was just sharing the fact that we got. But she said, he held me down for all these years. Mm-hmm. And now it's my turn to help him out so he can do what he wants to do. I don't see a problem with that at all.
What about her phrasing? Because I've heard from some guys like not liking that, they wouldn't like retiring in the way that she expressed it.
That's their male ego.
Yeah.
Let me be a police officer, and I ain't got to go out there and put my life out in danger.
Exactly.
Because my wife made enough money for me to retire and do what I want to do. Oh, please. Right. But that's what marriage is. What is that? Mighty Russian wind coming?
Sounds like thunder.
I hear thunder on my side too coming.
Yeah.
Who's that's Elsa.
Oh, I don't have.
But this isn't that marriage though. Mm-hmm. You hold each other down, and he spent what she said 20 some odd years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Letting her build this thing, and shoot, let that be me. And she was like, "Look, babe, you held me down, and now you ain't got to do it. I can spend your money a whole lot better. I can spend mine."
Very true.
I wouldn't be a stay-at-home husband, but I would do something else. But
yeah.
Well, he's going to run his nonprofit or whatever.
Yeah, I think as Maya said, it's the retirement word. Like, bro, you supposed to be a man. You supposed to be retiring her.
Mm-hmm.
But she's doing what she loves, right? Like their lives work like, I guess, in reverse, where like they didn't start off with all of this and then now they're retiring. It's like, the way that they accumulated their wealth and their status happened later in life for them, and they're just living their best lives. And I think people struggle with that and struggle with seeing love expressed in this way.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask y'all, dear ladies, this. Would y'all be okay? Because I know relationship marriage norms are changing some for the good and some for the bad. I believe that some of this is bad. You know, like I don't think a man should be sitting home playing Nintendo all day and his wife's working. You know what I'm saying? No. She can make more money than you. But come on, bro, you gotta be doing something.
Something.
You know, something. Even if you work from home and you whatever. You know. But you got to think about it logically. Like if a man marries somebody with Oprah's money, I mean,
right?
I'm just saying, like, why go somewhere to work for $40,000 a year unless it's something that's a passion project?
Yeah,
right.
Something I really want to do. Not saying I would sit at home all day, but
I think you have to still have some sort of drive, something that you're working toward.
That's the problem. A lot of millennials don't have a drive. Yeah. They're lazy.
Would y'all be okay with retiring your husband?
It depends on the situation. I mean, it's not something I'm like writing down on my vision board.
You want him to give you the option.
Right.
Right. He should work hard to give you the option to want to retire if you want to.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there has to be a balance to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it has to be all that. I mean, if one of us is doing well enough to offer that to the other partner, then I mean, to me, it's a race to the finish. Who's going to do it first? You know? So, I mean, I'm not big on like saying that, oh, Tabitha Brown, she's retiring her old mule. You know, that's how it almost came off to me. But and now he could dream like a little boy. I'm like, these are not the best words. But I can see she was trying to say, like, you know, God has blessed me in this way. And my husband has supported me throughout this journey. That now I'm gonna publicly do this for him, and we're going to be all right. And I was like, oh, I can respect that. I can respect that of her. It's just wording for me. But I don't see a problem with retiring your husband if that's the goal. I mean, it's an option. I would have to put it out as an option. Like, do you want to retire? You know?
Right.
Do you want to retire?
I'm not going to say nothing.
Go ahead, Maya. See,
my retirement would have to come with some sort of stipulations. Like, you can retire, but you still got to be doing something that's going to continue to grow. But that wasn't given in her first explanation of things.
No, but she said he's retiring him.
He's leaving his job, but he's still working.
Yeah.
He's also a police officer, which is a very dangerous job.
Yeah.
And LAPD as well. So I can understand if she would feel obligated to take him out of that situation if she had the power to do so. So
and I mean, you know, I don't really follow her or him, but she is the media face, right? So obviously the whole thing is built around her and not him. So he's benefiting from what she's doing. And obviously he can't do that. Maybe he's just a guy that can work a regular job, which is nothing wrong with that at all. Do his nonprofit, but she's the one that's going to be the entrepreneur. I mean, I think every relationship has to accept that. And some guys have an issue with a woman making more money than them, having more popularity than him, so and so. And some guys are fine with it. Like, babe, do your thing. I got a sense of purpose. That's your purpose. We good.
Right.
Go ahead, Kevin.
No, I'm just going that the insecurities out here are real. And I'm just going to just say, be secure in who you are and what amount of money you make and what makes you happy, you know? But you got too many people trying to bank on one check. But
and that's what my thing is too. I don't know what her bank account is like. She might be set for the rest of her life.
Oh, she's making money.
Okay, but like even in social media, like there is a time and season for things. Sometimes, you know, you might be very in the moment and then it stops. So then what?
But I think that's why she's branching off. She's branching off and doing other things.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's doing other stuff too. But I think one of the differences too, they said they've been broke before. When you've been broke before, you may not want to go back, but if you go back, I can always go get another job and just maintain. But there are women that were celebrating them. That I asked that question because they're like, "Oh, it's so good that she did that for him." But I'm like, "But could you do the same thing?" And some of y'all are like, "Not really."
I think it would have to be like Maya said, like some kind of I don't want to say stipulation, but like, are you going to support me if I decide like I want to go back to school? I'm not going back to school, but if I wanted to go back to school, like you gonna hold it down so I can just focus on this full time? Then yeah, okay, maybe in return I'll retire you. You know, something like that. And that's kind of seems like what happened. It's like he was working while she was out there going to auditions, things like those things take a lot of time.
Yeah,
where she wouldn't be able to work a normal 9 to 5. So,
and bro was doing it for over 20 years, like. Yeah. Literally, that means her going from place to place. And I think when she really hit off, she was working at a department store or something.
Yeah.
So, if it works for them,
right?
Cool. Like my wife can she can make $1 billion. I'm a worker, so I'm going to work.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna spend that money too, but I'm gonna work.
Yeah.
I can't sit home all day.
Right.
For weeks at a time and just sit there and do nothing. I'm not that type of guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just take care of you, right?
Huh?
You just can't have someone take care of you either. You gotta.
I'm not I've been working all my life like that. I'm not a stay-at-home dad. I couldn't do it. It would drive me crazy.
Amen.
I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Amen.
But I would enjoy that money coming in. Where are you going?
I don't blame you on that one.
To the mall. I'll be back at 5. Shoot.
That is funny.
But I mean, maybe that'd be a good topic to talk about one time because marriage customs are changing. Marriage expectations are changing with this new generation. Again, I think some for the good and some for the bad. Mm-hmm. I think what some people are calling a social construct is actually a part of somebody's nature.
Could you explain that?
I was just about to say, can you elaborate?
I will say, so they say, well, men only like to work hard to provide because they're conditioned by the world that men have to work hard and provide, when I actually think it's in our nature to do and provide. It's a part of our nature. It's a part of our well-being. You know, and it's not because somebody raised me and drilled it in me, you know. And then at the same time, women, y'all love to work, but y'all also like to be provided for, protected. A lot of y'all stuff, a lot of what it comes down to for women, that money and all that stuff is really about protection. Y'all value protection very highly, emotionally, psychologically, financially. That's not a social construct. That's something that's just nature to how we're created. So that's those things that people are trying to say is conditioning in what the culture says. I believe some of it is just our personalities and our temperaments as human beings. But then that opens up a whole flood doors and stuff. You know, it's a dicey thing. But that's just my thoughts. You know, I'm willing to be wrong, but you know. Why y'all quiet? Why y'all quiet? I'm just saying. I mean, we could talk about it some other time. It just. I mean, but now that could be looked at in different ways. Like a woman can make more money than her man, but he provides protection to her in other ways, safety for her in other formats. So I'm not talking about just a negatively patriarchal look or misogynistic look at marriage.
Right.
I'm talking about the safety as it relates to how she needs it, the provider in him the way he needs it, the loyalty that he needs it, and vice versa. You know, that's what. And I asked that question for a reason, because most women are not okay with them working all day and coming home and he got his feet up and clean nothing and he just chilling all day.
Right. There has to be something.
Go ahead, Maya.
Better be doing something.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to retire a scrub, you know.
I don't know.
Do we need to have?
We will talk about it off air.
I'm about to say, do we need an off air fresh?
We'll talk about it off air, and then we'll see if we want to bring it to the table. But yeah.
That's actually a good idea, Kev. Maybe we can talk through our ideas and present it, because there are some nuanced stuff that some people may not totally get.
Yeah.
And I will say, with this generation, millennials, I love our generation, but we have some hard-headed people, and they don't see certain things, and it surprises you. So that's why what you say, Pastor Nick, is like, that's the mindset that you would think is conditioned in some of us, but that mindset is not conditioned in. It's like half and half. So like,
yeah,
it's crazy out. I'll just say it's crazy out here. So yeah.
It's a dicey conversation, a little bit, a tad bit, a tad bit.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I know, women, the more safe and secure they feel, the better they're going to be in the relationship. And to me, that's not a social conditioning. That's just the nature of many women.
I think it's challenging though now these days, because I feel like we're brought up to be strong, independent women that we can do for ourselves.
You can.
But then how does that balance out with trying to still feel protected and cared for?
I say it like this. No matter how much money a woman has, no matter how much power she has, guess what she still is? A woman. And the problem that men have with powerful women is they try to treat her based off her title and her money and forget that she's still a person.
Yeah.
She desires to be loved, cared for, affection, all those things. So he's trying to give her money, and she's like, bruh, I got money. You're missing the whole point. You're trying to provide money when I actually need you to be there for me.
Exactly.
In this format.
Right.
So that's what I mean by being able to provide what the person needs in their context.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of men forget that no matter how independent she is, she's still a woman.
Exactly.
She still wants to come home and talk about her day and know that you care about her and know that you love her.
Right.
Those things are all still there.
Exactly.
Those what come on, I don't need nobody. Well, then stay by yourself then. Marriage is not about I need this person. It's I don't want to do life without this person.
Right.
That's what marriage is. I can do life without you, but I prefer not to.
Right.
I don't want to. But that's a whole nother. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
No, that's good. No,
I got some pent up thoughts. It just.
I do as well, best.
And it's not until it's like this. We thought we were smart in our teens and our 20s. You get over 30, close to 40, and a little bit above that, you're like, yo, I was dumb then.
Yeah.
We were spitting stuff that we thought we were totally right on. Then you realize life is more nuanced, more complex.
Yeah.
And you're like, I get it now. So it's you get older and get some sense about you.
Yeah.
And then a lot of insecure men understand that if I'm strong, I want a strong woman. That's all I'm trying to say.
Who?
She knows what I'm talking about. See, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all, but y'all look like y'all minds is like circling this stuff. It's like
no, but you say all that is very relevant, which is why you don't see a lot of marriages in our demographic or people that respect that. That even friends, family. So, yeah. So it's definitely a conversation that needs to, that we need to talk about, but it's definitely something that we have to dice out because there's so many different complexes to it. And when you look at it, we want to make sure that we don't miss any part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like you said, it's not black and white. Like to Maya's point or Maya's question, you can be an independent woman and still be, what's the word I'm looking for? Feminine or soft or whatever, because it seems like independence is often associated with this like masculinity and like, therefore she does not need a man. But no, be independent, you could make money, you could all of that. But like you said, still want to be mushy and cuddle up with your boo or whatever, or just have somebody there for you emotionally and feel that protection and all of that, and still be able to handle your own. The two don't have to exist outside of each other. They can like cohabitate.
Yeah. I mean, look, y'all can change a tire if you want to, but do you want to?
Right.
I mean, you can if you have to, but I'm sure you prefer not to.
Right.
I don't know no woman, if somebody break in the house, he turn around, look at her, hey babe, there's somebody downstairs. Can you go check?
You might as well throw him down the stairs with that, right?
Right.
Unless he's a cop, I can imagine like guys who are married to female cops.
That's a different nuanced situation. I'm talking about the regular. Look, if she got the gun and she a cop, but knowing me, even if she was a cop, I still be like, I'll check it out. Or come
be back up.
Back me up.
I need you right there, but I'm gonna go down first.
Right. I'll be your backup. You go down. You got the tactical experience. I don't. Just
right.
But even then, I'm sure most women would still be like, "Yo, I got you," but dang, you could at least have my back or protected me, or at the core of who we are. I'm a pastor at church. When I go home, I'm not a pastor. I am a father, a husband, and a man. Mm-hmm. And when she comes home from that CEO job, she is a woman. She, people forget that. It's just, or she's an actress and everybody knows her. She's still a woman when she gets home. He's an actor. He's still a man when he gets home. And you got to treat people that way.
Like people.
Yeah, people act like superheroes, but they're not.
Yes.
This would be a good conversation. Maybe next month we can do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
I like it. I think we should.
I'm down.
I think we should.
Especially those who marriage is just a piece of paper. Now, watch this.
Or just a celebration.
Or just a celebration, right? Yeah. We don't. Go ahead, Kevin. Sorry.
No.
Okay.
That was it. I'm just saying. Like it's just a party.
I believe this happened with DMX. So his longtime girlfriend is not entitled to anything that he.
Oh yeah.
But again, people don't realize that piece of paper, when you need it, means something.
Yep.
Because not every state has that common law wife or common law thing. So all of a sudden, then you're like, well, how come I can't make any decisions? You ain't got no paper.
Right.
And that piece, to me, that it's only a piece of paper. That's just the fear of commitment, really.
Yeah.
They're afraid of binding contracts. If there's no paper, there's an easy out.
True. So many facts.
I can always just leave.
Commitment.
Yep. And the crazy thing is, but you got houses in your name, cars in your name together, bank accounts in your name together, but we ain't getting no piece of paper. You get into a 30-year mortgage, and then it's like, but people feel like it's an easy out. So that's a whole nother conversation. Why are you rocking back and forth, Kevin?
I'm just agreeing with it all. I'm looking at the comments. Everyone is.
But what does that give you to look forward to? Like trying to get in a relationship, if that is like the general mindset of people these days. That's just a piece of paper.
You gotta weed them out early. I think like sometimes we feel like either there's nobody out there or you have to take what's given to you because there's nobody out there.
Mm-hmm.
But
right.
I believe that there are people out there who are not completely, just trash. Just sometimes you gotta filter through all the fluff.
And sometimes I just think we just tend to we don't like stepping out of our comfort zone. So we tend to date the same person.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Every
tested in different bodies.
Yes. So we would tend to want to build a person up knowing that there's no end goal at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just say
potential.
I think something we brought up Wednesday night. The problem is people think it's easy to just move on. And it's not. I'll say this last point. We can close. It's 8 o'clock. Well, we got to do that other thing. Psychologists did a study. The emotional impact of your spouse dying versus a divorce are two different impacts. They found that the divorce is actually harder than the loss of your spouse. Because when your spouse dies, all your secrets die with them, et cetera, et cetera. But when you get divorced, something's been ripped apart and all that stuff that goes into it. So that's why a lot of people after a divorce, they go through a certain measure of counseling and some help and some things like that to be able to move on from it, you know, because the expectation is you understand the loss of the person, but it's hard to understand the severing of something sometimes. So it's not an easy, let's just do this and get out. Try again and just move on, you know. But look at regular relationships. You just dating somebody for a year, you break up, that hurts you, right?
Yeah.
Imagine being with somebody 10, 15 years. I mean, it's just all right, I'm done, y'all. I'm sorry. All right.
Should we do this one last icebreaker?
Yeah, let's do one. We'll get out of here.
All right, here we go. Whipped cream, frosting, or buttercream?
Whipped cream.
Oh, the frosting.
That stuff is nasty.
Yeah, whipped cream is nasty.
How don't you like whipped cream frosting? Of all people, you like sugar.
No. Exactly. That's why I go for buttercream.
Yeah, buttercream is way better.
Yeah.
It's got a better consistency. It just tastes better. Whipped cream has that weird aftertaste.
Yeah.
You don't like whipped cream at all?
I don't.
No.
Unless it has like a lot of sugar in it.
It's something about the aftertaste.
You know what? It depends on the cake. If the cake is like a spongy kind of light cake and it's kind of airy, and then you pair it with the whipped cream, then yeah, you can do that. But if your cake is solid, it's buttercream.
That's very true. Like if you're getting a strawberry shortcake, then you would want the whipped cream. But a regular cake, buttercream for sure.
Jody, I heard your Caribbean side come out in your voice when you were just mentioning that.
Really?
Go ahead, Kevin. Sorry.
No, I'm gonna have to agree. Buttercream.
You're the odd man out this week, Pastor Nick.
I'm on an island all by myself. I'm going to stay on this island. Buttercream is too sweet, and you could taste the butter. I know it's not really like butter, but it's just. I like whipped cream icing better. It's lighter. It's fluffier. It tastes sweet. It's good. It's delicious, especially when you're right with like what's the strawberry shortcake, buttercream on that. Like, ew, no.
No, you can't buttercream with that.
Gross. But the consistency of buttercream is just.
And I think it depends on like what type of buttercream too. Like there's some buttercream that is like too heavy. And then there's one I like the fluffy kind.
Oh, so you're talking about how people make it. There's I didn't know there are other ways to make it.
I don't know if it's whipped different or what, but
this is the first time I ever by myself. That's okay. I will die on this hill.
Oh gosh.
Buttercream icing. I'm put that Tiff, when I pass away, put that on my obituary. Wow. Lord willing, I'll live for a long time. And hopefully I'll be like 90 some years old, and at the end, and he did not like buttercream icing or candy corn or potato salad. Just saying.
Man, God bless you, Rev Tip. God bless you.
I know.
I know.
Just saying.
Jody, I know.
Buttercream's like a necessity. If there's nothing else, then you eat it. But outside of that,
wow.
It's disgusting.
Wow. Okay.
Now y'all want me to I want to get some ice cream now. But anyway, the Lord bless y'all. The Lord keep y'all. Thanks for Fresh Fridays. 8:04. We got to get out of here. I got to go soon.
Bye, y'all.
See y'all later. Bye.
Bye, family.
Bye.